crafters, this is Raquel with Paints and Glitter, and today I'm coming to you with a product review. I have been asked by Kokorosa Studios to review some of their dies. This is an online store where you can purchase dies, papers, die cut pieces, embossing folders, and the like. I'm going to leave all links as well as discount codes in the description bar of this video so that you can take advantage of that. And I'm going to quickly show you what they sent. I also wanted to mention a couple of things. Whenever a company sends me product for review, I check out the website and I check out the description of what they're sending me, etc. So I have a couple of things to say about. What I want to mention is that when you do receive the dies from this store, they come attached, so you do have to detach them yourself, and I will show you what I've selected here. The first one is this Gingerbread House that comes with several pieces. You get the base here, which is an outline. You get the actual little house. You get all of the little frosting layers. That's what these are. And then you get the little cherry, the candies, including the little candy cane there, peppermint candy, the door, and then the little window frame, which is also in the frosting style. Now, if you check out the web page, the one thing that I did notice is that the measurements are given to you from end to end according to how the dies are laid out before you separate them. However, the actual measurement of these dies are 2 3/4 inches tall at the largest by 2 3/4 inches wide at the largest. So everything there is smaller than that. So that's the first one I'm going to show you, and the result of that die is actually really cute. I was quite pleased. It looks like this once you assemble all of it. Now, there is some paper piecing to be done with this, meaning that you have to cut the largest layer. I did that in the gold. I then layered on top of that the brown, and then on top of that the frosting layers and the peppermint candies. However, sandwiched in between are the little layers for the windows in red. I also layered here for the peppermint stick another piece of paper in between so that I could have the white and then the red. So you have to play around with the die to get this result, but I think it's absolutely darling, and you're going to see it in the picture at the end of this video how you can use it. Okay, so all of the pictures will be at the end, giving you samples of what you can make with a die cut like that. The second one that I selected was a set of 3 little sweaters. I thought these were absolutely adorable. They have little cutout pieces. You do have to use your paper piercing tool, however, to get them completely out. These cut beautifully, I have to say, both the little house and the sweaters. The sweaters measure at the most 2.5 inches wide by 2 inches tall. That's the largest, and they're all the same size. With those, I did create some cards. Here's the first one. And what I did was that I decorated them using washi tape that I fussy cut, layered the little girl images on top of the sweaters, and then topped that off with Nuvo drops to give even more attention to detail there. And the background was dry embossed. I also layered washi tape, and then I used a sentiment from my stash that says "so sweet," and I was really happy with that. I did also make a different style card using the same dies. Here you see that I used some really beautiful paper. This is some of my Tonic Studios cardstock. And then I did use a dry embossing folder in the background of my own that embosses the sweater-like pattern. So I thought that played nicely with the shinier paper to kind of emulate what a sweater would look like. And those little cutouts, if you save them, you can actually use them on separate projects if you like using teeny tiny little pieces. So those are the 2 cards I made with the sweater. The next die cut that I selected was this adorable little teacup with heart motifs, a little cookie that also has 4 little hearts in the center, and then the little saucer. This one measures 2 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide at the widest, and then 2 1/8 inch wide for the saucer, and the little cookie is 7/8 of an inch wide at the widest point. So with that, I made one card, and that's this one here. And I'm sorry for all of the shadows, but I do have pictures that you'll be able to see of all of these items. So what I did here is, of course, I incorporated some of my older stamps, or an older stamp I should say, of the little Boyd's bears. I thought it played nicely there with a little teacup, and what I did is I cut it out of watercolor paper just to have it be nice and substantial, and then I put the little cookies up here as if they were floating. So you don't have to use the dies the same way all of the time, of course. Just to give it some glimmer, I did use a jelly roll pen, and then I did stamp here, sending love to warm your heart. I thought that sentiment played nicely, and that's just from my stash from a different stamp set. And then the papers there I thought were nice and shabby and pretty. This heart, or this floral paper, is from Shabby Art Boutique if you're interested in that. So I was super happy with that. And then the last set that I selected were these little lanterns. They do come in a group of 5. These also come, one lantern in particular, this one here, comes with a little candle. However, you could use that candle however you like. And what I did was that I tried to cut it out of different papers. I'm going to show you here. I did cut it out of several different colors actually. And here is what I'm going to show you, and then I'll show you in the pictures. You'll see how you can definitely use this, but I'll show you in just a second. These lanterns were very difficult to cut out, just to let you know. The only one that cut out beautifully was this one here, and that's the one that came with a little candle. This one wasn't too bad, and I do have a sample of that laying around. And then the other ones, you see them layered here because I just finally just gave up and decided to do the best that I could to cut it out, and then layered it on top of the one that wouldn't cut out. But here's my suggestion if you're going to get these types of dies, is that before you cut them out, and this is how I finally got them to work, okay, cover the entire plate like so with washi tape, okay? Any of that area then will stick a little bit to the washi tape, and then when you run it through, it'll cut out much nicer. So I have several die cutting machines, and I can attest to the fact that it wasn't any of my machines, it was the dies. So again, I don't think that you should pay full price if you're going to buy this set. However, Kokorosa has wonderful discounts that you can take advantage of, including the one that you'll see in the description bar below. So these, by the way, measure at the tallest, let's see here, 2 and just under 2 1/4 inches there. This one is definitely 2 1/4 inches tall. I think this one was, yes. So at the tallest 2 1/4 inches, and then the widest point, they're all around 1 inch, maybe 1 1/8 inch. I don't think these are much wider than that. Nope. So they're about 1 inch. So they make beautiful embellishments, however. So I'm not saying that I'm completely disappointed. I just wanted to give you a heads up on how they're going to cut. So here's how I would use these. If you were to give them away as an embellishment book, swap, or anything like that, they would look really pretty just like that. Or if you were going to just decorate a scrapbook cover, you could definitely, you know, put one in the center, maybe this red one, like so. You could use it like that. So again, these, if I had to pick a favorite, I would say between the little Gingerbread House and the little saucer, probably, just because of their, you know, the Gingerbread House just being so darling, of course, and then the saucer just being something that you could use over and over and over again. Just to let you know, the little candy cane here does cut separately, so you can use that all on its own, the little candy cane that comes with the Gingerbread House. So I do recommend that die set for its versatility. The candy cane can be used on its own, and it's absolutely adorable. I think it's a really great size. This one measures 1.5 inches tall, so I think that's a great size for a scrapbook layout or for any kind of embellishment that you might make. So this concludes my review of Kokorosa dies. I look forward to showing you more in the future, and following will be some pictures of all of the items that I created and how you can incorporate them into your projects, of course. I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.